Afternoon, y'all. How's it going? I am back out here at the property, gonna set me a few more traps. I'm getting over a little bit of a cold. You might hear me sniffling and coughing and whatnot. But anyways, it is Saturday. I had caught that coyote last Monday, and we're right back out here in the same spot. I had them jokers come back through, and I'm in a different little spot over back behind my shoulder. You can see there's a fence row, and yeah, we're gonna set it right there at the point where there's pretty good little crossing, and see if we can get figured out. I kind of readjusted some of my gear, and yeah, we'll see if it works out for us. So come along. Let me show you my location here. So I got a big old down tree, and you can kind of see there's a good trail running there on this fence row. Bunch of brush down over yonder, and it juts out to this field. And right over here, where's that at? I just saw, oh yeah, right there we got some coyote scat. So I'm sure if I looked more I'd find some more, but I'm thinking setting one trap right there, kind of in this little area where that tall grass is and that down tree, and I'm thinking of setting another one over there closer to that little dead log, make it look like a critter's been burrowing in there, so that way if a coyote comes through like this, or is running that fence row, or comes from this side, she'll be able to smell it. So I don't know how much of the actual set making I'm gonna film, just because you know, you get the same thing over and over, but yeah, let me show you what we got. Alrighty guys, that's the second trap right there. I'm getting ready to find me a good stick and throw some bait down in her. Their predator control group, Federales, back in it. Over in that other hole, I used Caven's Hiawatha Valley, which I think that Caven's almost stinks a little bit more, but I caught that other dog on this stuff earlier in the week, so it obviously works. We'll put a good healthy glob down in there, drop my stick in the hole. There it is, another completed dirt hole. There's a fence, there's a pretty good trail running just like that. My other trap is right in that little nook. Let's see what happens. I'm excited. This trap here has got a Bridger number 2 in it, and that one over there I put my Duke number 3. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. They look good to me. I think I'd step there if I was a critter. Okay, so here's the first set. This is the very first hole I dug last week whenever I came out here to trap, and if you remember, I thought that I made it too big, my trap bed, but actually it was perfect size for my Duke number 3. So that's what I ended up putting right here. I baited this hole with Predator Control Group Federales. I found that turkey feather walking in here, so I stuffed it back there for a little bit of visual appeal. I don't know if it'll do anything or not. I mean, it adds a little bit of spice, a little bit of flavor. Let's walk over here to the other hole. Now this one is the very first set that I actually got in the ground and worked, and this is where I caught that dog on Monday. So my hole on the right, that was the old hole. I didn't do anything with it. I drilled me a new hole, and I offset my trap over here since that was all wallered out pretty bad. I found some of that coyote shit walking in this little trap bed, so I set it right there to add a little bit of appeal too. This stick going across the back is kind of hard to tell, but I'm using it for a piece of backer, so that way them dogs can't work the backside. Trap 1, trap 2, my camera is right there. We'll see what happens. This camera will let me know if I catch anything. I'll be coming back out here tomorrow regardless, because I didn't put a camera on the other traps. But anyways, we'll see you tomorrow, or I won't. I'll see you this all tomorrow. You'll see me right about now. Okay guys, well, I'm coming up here to the trap, and I did get a catch. I caught somebody's dog, so I'm gonna go ahead and get him out of here right quick, see if I can get this set remade, and then go on down the road. That's just part of trapping. You catch loose farm dogs. So I'm gonna get this pup out of here. Well, it doesn't look like my other trap has been touched yet. I'm glad that dog stayed out of one of them at least, and he didn't have a buddy running with him. I'll get this one remade here and then check back tomorrow. I'm gonna head on back over other end of the property and see if my other traps had any luck or not. My camera didn't go off, which doesn't necessarily mean anything. It might just be low battery, or I don't know. Sometimes, you know, with those cell cameras, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. So we'll go see what happened. Alrighty, welcome up here to the second set of traps that we got put out yesterday, and it's not looking like we got anything. Nope. Turn you around and show you here. So neither of them puppies have been set off. I'm not gonna hang around too long and put a bunch of my scent in the area, so I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. That's really kind of unfortunate that I caught that pup, but oh well. That's part of trapping right there. You're not always gonna catch something first night, first evening, but they're still out in the ground. We'll see what we come up with. Yeah, so that's about all I got to say right now. Catch me back in 24 hours or so, and we'll see you tomorrow morning before work. Hopefully Monday mornings are our good luck charm. That's when I caught that coyote last week, so who knows. Okay, y'all, I decided I want to go ahead and put another trap set out since I was out here, so that'd make 5 total sets in the ground out of my 6. I've got great big old brush pile here, and back behind it, a little bit of a clearing of an opening, and there's tracks and evidence and stuff being back through here. A bunch of fresh bare dirt, like stuff's been digging and living up under it. Whenever I used to deer hunt over here, I remember seeing tons of rabbits running in and out, and there's just rabbit sign and rabbit shit everywhere. So I bet predators come through here quite often, seeing if they can pick up an easy meal. So what I went ahead and did, right there, I'm on the back side of this brush pile. I put my dirt hole set right there. Got all that thick brush for backing. And if anything comes up through that holler or comes underneath this little piece of opening in the barbed wire on that trail right there, should smell my bait. And in this hole, I put Caven's Hiawatha Valley in. I really like how that smells. Well, I don't like how it smells because it stinks like shit, but I like how it stinks like shit. So, I don't know. I think it could probably do some good being back behind this brush pile here. And it's substantial. I mean, I would say every bit of 30 yards long by 5 or 10 yards wide or so in some spots. But put a Bridger trap out there. I really like how those set compared to my Dukes. To me, it just seems like it sets a bunch easier. I'm feeling real confident about this one just because of its location by this brush pile. I know if I was a coyote or a fox or a bobcat, whatever, I'd be frequenting this brush pile, see if I can pick me up an easy snack. We'll see what happens come Monday morning. I'll come out here bright and early and check all these traps before I gotta go into work. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the morning. Okay, y'all, it is currently the second morning after setting these traps. I'm back out here to check them. Just pulled up to the first spot. I'm gonna hop out here right quick and see what we got. I had that fox come through last night, and I only got one picture of him, so I don't know if my camera malfunctioned or if he just really wasn't interested in staying in the area, but we're gonna find out. Okay, it's kind of hard to tell, but whenever I got here, something did kind of paw at my trap over there on the left side of it and exposed part of the jaw. So I went ahead and dusted that back up. We'll see what happens. I don't know if it was frozen shut or not. Hard to say. It's definitely frosty, and everything last night froze back up. So on to spot number 2. Okay, spot number 2 is that brush pile spot. Just now walking up to it, and it's not looking too promising. Yep, nothing in it. Come a little closer and see if we can. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything is dug at it or nothing. So, all right, on to spot number 3, the final spot where I did have that fox come through. So we'll see if he got hung up or not. I'm betting he didn't, because I don't think that camera has malfunctioned on me before. But never know, we'll find out. Time to see what's what. Okay guys, walking up here to the last spot where I've got my last 2 traps, where that fox had come through last night. It definitely froze a lot more because this snow is super crunchy. But let's see what happens. And it looks like we got nothing. There's no tracks or digging there. And at this other spot, there is some digging. So, I don't know if you can see, but my trap did get uncovered. This one's my Duke trap also. My other Duke got uncovered. So I'm wondering if I didn't get it bedded just right or something. Let's see. Yeah, that trap's loose as a goose. Them critters dug that up. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and try to rebed that puppy right quick. Okay, well I went ahead and while I was down there pulled that SD card and checked that camera, and there's nothing else came through there. A raccoon, that fox, and I had a buck come through early afternoon. So, and both that raccoon and that small buck checked out that trap. So there's a good chance that the coon did it, or that deer stepped on the jaw or stepped on the lever and picked it up out of the ground. I don't know, I don't have my trapping bucket with me, but I buried it back up the best I could, and I kind of framed it out a little bit with some sticks. Since it's not bedded solid, if they're gonna put their foot in one spot, I want it to be right on my pan. That way they don't have any chance of stepping on a jaw and having that trap rock or anything like that. That one on the other side, on the other hand though, it didn't really get dug up. It mostly just got dug on one side, and he kind of dug right over the lever of that trap. So I don't really know. I don't know if he felt the trap move and dug until he found something, or what it was. Guess I'm gonna run up to the gas station and get me a biscuit sandwich, and we'll catch you all here in a few. Just pulled up to the first location. It doesn't look like there's anything in there, but let's go check and see what we got. Well, there's nothing at the first trap, no fresh scratching, no nothing like that. I'm gonna go ahead and rebait it, sift some more fresh peat moss and decoration over the top of it. That way it just refreshes the set, and we'll go on to the second spot. All right, let's go check out the second spot here. And all we got's a damn coon. Ain't that just lovely? He's pissed, ain't you, buddy? Not what I wanted to catch, but guess that'll do. I'll go ahead and get you dispatched, see if we can get the remake set up, mosey on down the line. The remake, from what I caught last week, still had nothing, no digging, no nothing, so I rebaited it. And then the other set that I put in with that Duke trap, it had been dug on the right side of it again. So what I ended up doing was I just went ahead and rebaited, or redid that whole make. Whenever I took a stick to fire that trap, it took a lot of pressure for that thing to fire. It was froze to the ground. And I had that coyote come through here last night, and I'm wondering if he stepped on it and felt that pan move, and the trap didn't go off because it was froze to the ground. So I just went ahead and remade the whole sumbitch, rebaited it, and then I kind of brushed it in a little bit more This is the third night, I think it is. Yeah, hopefully third night's a charm. We'll catch y'all tomorrow morning. Okay, y'all, it's the next day, but not the next morning. I didn't come out and check traps this morning because I don't know if predators can pick up patterns like what deer can. So I switched it up and I came out here after work. So I gotta kind of hurry because you can tell the sun's starting to set, and I'd really like to get all these checked before it gets super dark on me. And it's not looking too promising yet, but I'm not quite there just yet. So go up here and see what we got. I'm also anxious to see what it looks like in full light and see if anything's been digging at it or what. But here we are. And it doesn't really look like it's been dug at. You can see the couple sticks. That might be new. But no, my pan's still good and covered. Kind of rough some of that up a little bit. Put that stick back there. That stick right back there. I don't know if that makes it too obvious or not. I'm gonna kind of grass this in a little bit more too. See if that will kind of help some, and then take a couple of them dirt clods, because I know they don't like stepping on those. Can't get any more obvious than that, in my opinion. Okay, head on spot number 2. Well, just got up here to spot number 2 where I caught that coon, and we caught a possum in the remake. I'm gonna go ahead and get this joker dispatched, and I'm half tempted to pull this trap if I keep catching these little varmints rather than what I'm actually going for. I thought this would be a good spot back behind, tucked into this brush, but I'm wondering how many of these critters are sleeping in this brush rather than coyotes coming by and eating at it. But yeah, I'll get this critter out of here and go check the next one. Okay, so I went ahead and did a quick new set since I was over here and more snow had melted than I thought it would. I've got one hell of a deer trail running back that way, all the timber and all the field. My other trap set is down over there, and that brush pile I caught that possum on was right there. I'm not gonna reset that trap, so instead I come over here and I made this dirt hole right here that is right next to some of this down limbs and stuff. So I'm hoping that more coyotes will be traveling this side of it than actually up close to that brush pile. So I'm not gonna remake the one I just caught that possum in. I set this one instead. So let's go check our other 2 traps, our last 2, and then get home and have some supper. Well guys, I forgot to film it. I left my GoPro at the truck. And I'm out of breath from walking up the hill. Anyways, I caught a possum in one trap. My other trap had nothing, hadn't been touched. All I did was I went ahead and dug out some brush, dug out some of the catch circle, made a nice clean spot, reset my trap, no bait, no nothing, and then kind of blended it back in with some sticks and kind of framed my trap a little bit. So hopefully we can get something on the remake here in that trap circle. So my other trap circle was unsuccessful, but hopefully this one will. But that's all. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Familiar sight, it's the next morning. It's doing a little bit of raining right now, so I don't know how that affects trapping. I don't know if it'll wash my peat moss away, if it'll just make everything kind of muddy and nasty, if it'll wash my bait away. I don't know. Never done this before. But let's go see what we got, if anything. I'm not feeling too lucky. I know one of my cameras did not go off tonight at all. So I'm not even gonna bother going down there because it's the farthest one away and it rained and I'm not driving and getting the truck stuck down there. So we won't check it. Well, there's the first trap set right there. Nothing has been touched. Still looks good. I can kind of see my trap pan. You can see where my peat moss has settled down some. I'm hoping that as this dries out, it'll reset fine. Over here, rinse and repeat. Nothing has changed. Still looks exactly the same. I don't know why they're not checking this one out. I really figured they would be. But let's go check that other one that we put out. see what happened. Well, this trap, as you can see, has not been touched, has not been gone off. Maybe they just aren't coming through the area. I know my other camera has no action on it. Nothing came through last night. And so I'm gonna go ahead and skedaddle on out of here. Yeah, hopefully tomorrow's our catch day. Well, howdy y'all. It's about 11 o'clock on Friday. This is the last day of my week 1 video vlog for our trapping season. I know I got a coon in one of my traps. That little joker got stuck in it late last night, early this morning. And it's over in the spot where I caught that possum yesterday that I forgot to get film of. And I've caught, well shoot, I guess that's now two possums and 1 coon there in that spot. I guess we'll go ahead and remake that joker and see if we can catch something else there. I don't know. But I rolled up here to my other spot. I've been looking, but I can't see if I got anything in my other 3 traps over here. It doesn't really look like it, but let's walk down there and find out. I'm hoping, it rained pretty good yesterday and it rained pretty good today. So I'm hoping that didn't wash out all my cover dirt and everything. So I'm gonna bring my peat moss back down and my sifter and see if we can get everything covered back up. But let's see what we got. Out here at my first trap, and I did catch something. Caught a little possum right there. Got him in the back foot. He's just a chillin', plain dead. My other trap over here, we did have some action on, but my trap's been dug up. And whenever I got here, that one jaw, the loose jaw, was dug up and trap was not set off. I'm gonna bring all my stuff down here and get that joker dug back in, rebaited, reset, see what happened. I really wish I had a camera out here so I knew what happened there, but I don't, so live and learn. Let's go ahead and get these puppies reset, and then I'll walk over there and check this other trap. So now that means I've caught 2 coons, 3 possums, 1 coyote, and getting close to this other trap set over here now. I don't see nothing in it, but it's by that little bit of a brush pile, if you remember. Might be dug up. Who the hell knows? I don't have anything in the trap, at least. And it does not look like it's been dug up, but it's definitely, you can see my trap pan in the jaws right there. So I definitely need to recover that puppy, get him buried back up. The rain washed all that out pretty good, it looks. So walk back up here to the truck, get my trapping bucket, get these 3 reset, recovered up, rebaited, reworked, redid all of it. But see if the other trap has been disturbed or not. I might go ahead and snap and reset it too, since it hadn't been touched at all for a while. I don't know how much of a difference that makes, but at least we're catching stuff. I remember I've got 1 more trap that's not in the ground yet, and I think I found the spot I want to put it. Let me show you what we got here. A little bit of a runway in the field. Some trees there, trees over there. Anyways, my other traps are directly behind me. And one day earlier this week, whenever I came out here to check, I saw a coyote that I was after run across and run back over down this little finger. I'm gonna go ahead and set a trap right around there. Seems like a good spot to me. That's where we're gonna put it. All right, so right here is where I'm looking at building my trap. I put a couple little sticks and old scrap board that I saw sitting right up there to kind of channel them in. I plan on putting my dirt hole right about in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear me off a little spot so I can get a trap bed made up. There we go. And now that the ground is thawed out, it's making cutting this trap bed in much easier. Just gonna break up some of that dirt, dig it out. And I will say, the more that I've set these traps, the easier that this is all getting. All you gotta do is just get out there and do the damn thing. So dig it out a little bit. This is my number 2 bridger. I ordered me some. Go ahead and set your anchor. There it is. And I like to stuff the rest of my chain and everything down in the hole a little bit more. And then I'll take my hammer and I'll kind of pack that in solid. See how that's looking. I think I can make that work. Go ahead and grab my polyfill. Stuff that joker up under there. I'm gonna try and kind of push and pack some more of this dirt up and around them jaws. I don't want to get it super tight. There, that joker's not rocking one bit. Got my peat moss. Sifted a good healthy dose of that out of there. Uncover my pan. Make sure she's packed down good and tight. Get my drill. And then I'm gonna put my hole about right there. Alright, so then what I'm going to do is kind of take some of this other little bit of dirt that I've already dug up and try and blend it in with my peat moss a little bit. That way that coyote is forced to put his foot right there. I'm going to take my trowel and kind of clean up some more of my hole a little bit. I think I'm going to go with the Predator Control Group bait. I'd say this is my least favorite part of trapping, is smelling this stuff, because my god, it stinks. There's us another completed dirt hole. Step back a little bit, brush some of that over. So we got all that field, got the edge right there. Kind of looks a little bit like something dug and tried to hide up that hole. Got my dirt claws here, got a stick right there, so that coyote's got nowhere to go but right there on the center of my pan. Hopefully we can catch a coyote or a fox, maybe even a bobcat, something other than a coon or a possum that I seem to be catching here regularly. This one we won't be able to check until the next episode. It's Friday, like I mentioned earlier, and I'm not going to check this one until tomorrow, which will be the start of week 2 trapping video vlog. We got one more set of traps to check. Let's get on after it. Well, here's the first set. As you can tell, it is undisturbed. Well, and there's the other set. Caught a great big old coon. You are a pretty big old feller, ain't you? I mean, good lord. You're a whopper. I'm gonna go ahead and get this joker out of the trap. He's got one hell of a catch circle. I'm gonna get this joker on out of here, get it remade, reset here, see if we can catch something other than a coon on this one. We'll catch you all on, next time you all see me, will be week 2 of our trapping vlog. So hopefully week 2, we'll finally catch that red coyote or that red fox we've been seeing quite a bit. But otherwise, thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Catch you on the flip side.